Ask him again. Ask him again.
Oh yeah, that's a good intro.
It's a
I want my credit.
slide in key.
One, two.
Ask him again.
In the building.
Ask him again.
Oh, that's the track. You gotta be vocal.
SHOTARO SUNGCHAN. What's up, End Citizens? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Young. I'm Lee Suman.
Keith.
I'm Meredith Uzumaki.
I'm Zach.
I'm Kay.
Yeah,
I'm Curtis.
Depending if they fuck with you or not, they might flip you in your head.
Isumani nira.
Nah, respect to the founder of the K-pop idol, with its training system and everything else in that regard. But y'all seen the thumbnail, y'all seen the title, y'all know why y'all here. Looks like SHOTARO and SUNGCHAN got
like it's you to blame.
it's you to blame. You got him. If y'all weren't paying attention to the Shiny video, I was explaining how Redeemers basically was telling me how SHOTARO and SUNGCHAN have like three new SM rookies with them, and basically have been showing them the history of SM, the history of K-pop, and just kind of giving people a little bit more information about the company that some of these guys don't have.
You said Japanese, if I'm not mistaken, too, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So it's crazy. A couple weeks ago, really one whole week, once we started talking about Team, because at first we had, I think, was talking about like XG, just talking about like the Japanese, the wave that looked like it's about to happen. This wave was supposed to have been happening. I don't know why, because now it looked like I'm not gonna say it's gonna look like they're jumping on the wave, but
At least they already announced it. You know, SM takes their time. I think
COVID, they said, threw off literally his entire plan of world domination. Ironically, yes.
World domination.
It literally threw off his whole plan.
The SM trainees, you know, their training period usually is a little longer anyway, and the way they debut and everything isn't kind of like how other labels debut their artists. So.
That's why it's funny. Them two were special because they didn't. I thought it was faster. I think people were saying that I think SUNGCHAN did 2 years and that SHOTARO did about a year.
6 months.
Was it 6 months?
I thought it was like a short amount of time.
I said like 6 months last time. I was like, yeah.
I'm repeating that to you and shit.
Nah, but I'm saying like it's. I know SHOTARO basically was like a TikTok legend over there, and they basically pulled him off of doing dance stuff like in the streets. And had him just, you know what I mean, training for 6 months and then debuted immediately with Make-A-Wish.
Sounds like a good label to me.
Listen.
Let me stop for the
and then SUNGCHAN, they had, I think his first joint was Misfit. Literally, like that was his out the gate party. And then he was on 90s Love.
NCT.
But I've been banging on the table because we don't get enough of them at all. They're not in a unit for real. They're just kind of floating around, so we don't.
But finally, that beautiful day has come. They're about to had everything, so
so we could jump into it. Last time we did anything with SHOTARO was the 2 Jones, which is crazy in itself too. He had them 2 kind of videos, and I think he started the wave. I know like Ghost with Tae Young is decent and 10's birthday is decent. I think he started the wave.
Young, Forever Only, Mark had Child. Everybody was
that contemporary wave with dancing. Obviously, NCT's been doing that, but he definitely was the first person I seen kind of with that video, and then the establishing. Yeah,
mainly because he's probably not in the group, and they wanted to highlight him.
I think
show
so.
him that his work was appreciated.
Yeah, he might have asked some questions. They might be like, "We got you, bro." Do 2 videos.
Might have a video.
Just to guess, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the room.
But no long talk. I don't know what this is. We could jump into this. I wonder if they covering something. Okay, looks like the next gen is gonna be different.
Love the camera work too.
It's a one take. They be like, he's only 19.
That was Stray Kids.
Hey.
That's sexy as hell.
They getting sassy. It's like. Shit. That shit was all at one take.
Not 1 for 3 circus.
Kurt, he said he think that was Stray Kids Circus. He thought he saw a Symphornia right here.
That sound. The sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this. Yeah, I know this.
I want to know more information about the other 3 members that are right here, because they we keep saying all these new gens is gonna be a little dangerous because they coming out the gate with dancing. This is a little, this looks refined a little. This don't look like they first rodeo. This don't look like they first jaw.
Look like they've been here before. They 5th year senior.
All black.
Red shirts and shit.
Yeah, nah,
But
I like
clean, though.
I like this a lot.
Going from the left side of the formation to the right side of the formation, like just not walking, but just the way he got there. Watch.
Yeah, me and Lo was talking before, I think like off camera, and we was talking about we thought Yuta might it might be good for him to be a leader of whatever kind of they do in Japan. I didn't have an issue with that. I just think I knew that they were gonna go in the route of they're going to let one of the young bulls maybe take over that unit, and the unit is going to be comprised of people between the ages of 20 and 17, probably.
Yuta is what, 26?
27?
27. He's 95. So, yeah. And he's not leaving Mark.
Nah, I think
he's not leaving
I think he likes it where he's at. And I think that they didn't want to. The reason why they even stopped the whole graduation thing was because they didn't want to keep pulling people from certain units that weren't a thing. It just makes more sense if they don't have a fixed unit, give them their own unit as opposed to pulling people and everything. But no, I like this a lot. They all carried. Shotaro's different, man. I think he is one of the best dancers like in NCT, especially at the age that he is. To be that young and this talented, is he I think 19? To be that young and to be able to get into what he get into. I like it because he's a hip hop guy, but he does all contemporary dancing and stuff too. His moves can be real fluid if he wants to, strong and everything. You could cut on Make a Wish. He has like the isolation on there with the like the head joint and stuff. I don't even think I've seen isolation a lot done like to that level in just K-pop. So I think the future is bright for him. Whoever the 3 other young bulls is, the future is bright for them. SUNCHAN, his pen is crazy as shit. He might have the best verse on Misfit. I'm hyped for Tokyo. I'm hyped for the Japan thing just because I think this year the ladies carried when it came to like debuts and everything. It's it's looking like the boy groups, probably like 3 or 4 boy groups look like they're dropping.
Gonna go crazy.
And gonna go crazy.
And if
it's
if it's not rookie boy, guy groups that go crazy, I think the guys that are making comebacks that haven't had them in years, specifically EXO, Super M. I think it's gonna be crazy regardless. But and especially if we get like a project from like XG and then some of these other girl groups who debuted this year and everything. 2023 might be one of those years in K-pop, man, because
not K-pop versus J-pop. Hey, nah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, how's it going? How'd y'all feel about this?
So I actually like this also. So I'm gonna say this is how I feel about this. I feel like they're like those freshmen and sophomores that like all the seniors see and be like, damn, who this?
Young boy,
Like,
problem.
oh, this they next up? Like, oh, we got worried about them at tryouts?
Like when you see the freshmen.
Not the freshman about to start on varsity.
That's all I was about to say. When you see the freshman young boy with the braids and the handle and a jumper,
You
like
just call him Adam Banks.
Like, they're definitely.
we did not, Nick. We did not.
Some of their moves is phenomenal. Like that move, the slide on the ground was fire. Them getting back in formation in the line was clean.
Coach, my hand hit.
Their skip across formation was clean. watch out. They gonna be fire.
Nah,
Yeah, I
they
can't
killed
wait to
this.
like really
Charlie get that jersey up. No one cared.
She's trying to take my mic from me. But I really can't
Charlie
wait.
gave his jersey up. No one cared.
I can't wait to see their choreography like videos in the future. Yeah. Like actually watch them in the studio and see like how they perform. That's probably gonna be fire in the future.
It's out now. The content is kind of long. I seen the first episode was 59 minutes. The second one was like an hour and something, and I think it's the third one was an hour and something. But it's content available now. I would enjoy watching it. I think those are probably as good as probably uncuts. I would assume.
Sound like SM in the running.
Shit, some of the dance practices are uncuts.
Mm-hmm. We haven't even jumped into a lot of them because we've mostly been doing the vocal uncuts. We've done like maybe 1 or 2 dance uncuts. I think maybe. I don't remember if we.
I think we know. You're right. Maybe last month or October.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah, this is dope.
I really enjoyed this. This was definitely different. I love how they switched up their style of dancing like throughout the whole joint. They just didn't show you just one. They basically showed you, well, I'm well-rounded. Well-rounded. The guy with the blonde hair, the one who looks like Cloud, but then like Leon.
SHOTARO.
I said Bakugo, but yeah.
He's tough. I like how he just gives off this energy.
That's why I said I hope he's the leader.
Yeah, I honestly just couldn't stop staring at him for everybody else did good, but I just kept looking back at him. And these are the next gen.
Well, technically, him and SungChan already debuted their 4th gen. We don't think that 5th gen wave ain't coming.
5th gen wouldn't start until like 2025. Probably once BTS comes back from enlistment, and then some of these groups that are like dominating now have reached like a maturity point. That's kind of when the next generation. Usually 7 years they give it. So 4th gen technically started 2017 or 18. And so 2024, 2025 would be 5th gen started.
Okay, well, they look like they have a long road ahead of them as far as, you know what I'm saying. But I hope to see more of them. That was dope.
You talk about original content. Imagine doing an original content joint called a sorting hat, and the sorting hat puts you in a house. The house is either SM, JYP, Hive.
That sorting hat know my soul.
Dream got you.
That'd be awesome.
I'm like, you know me. That works after all.
But if it puts you in a house that you didn't know you was gonna be in,
Then I'll be the best in that house.
Talk your shit. Let's do this original content, goddammit. I like that energy.
Okay, this is your turn. No, it's his turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Go ahead.
He's like, it's my book. No, I'm just playing. Go on.
Not the Tom Hanks reference. But,
JYP.
I'm just kidding, y'all. No, I thought they smoked this. I love the beginning intro of it, how they kind of each got a solo shot introducing, like, presumably in a little bit more of their unique styles, because the routines they were doing weren't the same. So perhaps someone would be more b-ballish, one would be more contemporary or something. I just thought it added a little bit of flavor to kind of the introduction, and then taking it from there, the one take the entire time. And I love how in sync they were with some of their things, but they also added a lot of personality through some of the more intricate movements that they were able to kind of like do for themselves rather than like being part of a group. Like it allowed each member to kind of have a moment to really stand out, and that's also true with the wardrobe as well. Like I like how they had Shotaro and I'm sorry, what's it? Something Chan.
Yeah, SungChan.
I like how they had them stand out with the wardrobe differently, and then the trainees in more of a white kind of outfit. But then even within that white outfit, they had different variants, you know, jackets and you know, undershirts and things of that nature. So I think they did a great job with that as well. I like how the camera work kind of added a lot of Dutches, tilts, push-ins, and then zoom outs and things of that nature, kind of to add and to heighten the drama of some of the more intense movements, particularly like when they would like go to the ground and things like that, as the beat like has like a reverb to it and things. But for only being a minute and 40 some seconds or whatever,
4 seconds.
this really did display a lot, and I'm excited to see kind of where they go with this collection of talent.
Yeah, that cameraman goated because I'm not following that. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm tripping.
Camera on the side.
But I was mesmerized. It was amazing. I couldn't tell they were trainees. I don't know. You know what I mean? They kept up and they did their own thing and had their personalities. So I'm mesmerized and looking forward to more, basically. And that's it. I can't say anything else that you guys haven't already said. Excuse me.
Yeah, and the cameraman ain't as close as you think. Some of them are just like cut-ins. I think the only
Oh,
time
no. I know. I'm talking
time he's super close is when
I'm
you see
talking
that
about,
shit.
No, I'm talking about.
Cameraman like, yo, what's up with boy hating this shit, man? Damn, we can't get no love. Like,
So I do this shit,
I think
I'm talking about.
this shit,
I think y'all need awards, cameraman. Damn.
Oh, he on the side like.
Look, I
He sweating
remember.
this shit like, yo, you don't know what the fuck I did.
Yeah. Nah, he definitely was going in and out, but
Yeah, the
they used a
stabilizer
lot
on
of the
and shit.
cut-ins.
I know, but I'm saying.
choreo.
Cameraman gonna
I
be waiting for
remember,
Nick.
I remember
you're my
Cheyenne
man.
and stuff chasing after me, trying to. Like,
Yo, my
I'm
man
good.
dance.
You stepped to me, you gonna get the picture, nigga. This be a Kodak moment. You stepped to me, bro.
High resolution.
You go to SM building. They like, oh, y'all redemption? Yeah, wait right here. Keep them here.
Keep them here.
Not all of us, bro. Not all of them.
The Goodfellas us, we get the promotion.
Get redeemed in that steer.
No, I thought this was really good. I think as Curtis said, I love the way they kind of isolated it too with the colors, color scheme to set them apart. But they also highlighted everybody in the beginning and kind of give you a flavor for everybody else as well. All of them could dance. All of them, are cool. All of them are clean. I think, what is it, Shotaro and who's the other guy? Sunshine. I think their stage presence kind of comes across a little bit more. Their facial expressions are a little bit more visible, a little more. Maybe that's the way the camera, captured them. But I just feel like maybe that's the experience that they have maybe over some of the new guys. The choreography, which is crazy. The footwork was nasty all the way through. And this was definitely one of the situations where the camera had to be used the way it was, like a wide still wouldn't have worked as well, especially when it came to like the ISOs. So we're like, what is everybody doing when they're ISO? And I don't want to see that. It kind of takes you out of what's going on. So this is one of the few situations, but where I wouldn't mind maybe the camera moving. And plus that slide whip was just nasty. All in all, this was definitely a good joint. I love the beat switches. I love the beat, the instrumental as it was. Because I think they were coming out of what sounded like a circus, and then they hit the horn and went right back into like a sexy body roll type groove. That was definitely a good and well placed separation or progression of beat to kind of take it back to where it started off from, and not kind of keep it at a high pace. Even though they were hitting every beat, like if you look at the footwork, they were hitting everything. Nothing was left on here. This was just a good joint. I'm interested to see more of them going forward. Now that we've seen them dance, I kind of want to hear what they sound like vocally.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say too is, especially for Shotaro, I honestly think like this is amazing, but it's light. In the sense of I've seen his stuff like outside of all this, like they might be saving some for you.
That one video was, I thought he killed it way more. Obviously, it was his solo joint, so you're going to get a little bit more sauce on that. But that definitely was more like a wow.
Anytime in K-pop somebody got that rating hat on, you already know the choreo about to go ham. The little rating hat. Anytime you see that, you already know, like, all right, the choreo about to,
or something about to go up.
Something going up.
Video start, you just like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
That's what we saw in Induction Time. We didn't get any dancing, but we definitely saw it in Induction Time.
You know the energy about
I danced on that beat.
I danced on that beat.
He said, Bank PD getting paid, Yoongi getting paid. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm interested.
That's the K-pop equivalent of like the lighter flick for Wayne.
Yeah, you brought up a good point too, Keith, with the whole interested to hear their sound, because like I said, Sukchan, his pen is crazy. He arguably debuted and might have had the best verse on there, and that's a song that has 10. That song they have 10 on there, but the Misfit has Taeyoung and Mark on there. It really had all the best rappers in NCT on the track.
2 verses for sure.
And mind you, I'm not trying to like start anything. Taeyoung and Mark had to get 2 verses off, like on that joint or whatever, and he had really 10 bars and got his clip off. So I think his pen is kind of already crazy, and I believe he writes for himself.
Also, just having your cadence kind of play off of members that, like, even if you're around, just being in the booth for your first time, having your cadence kind of mesh and gel with what's going on because of how not relay race style, but just how everyone kind of passes the baton. It's real kinetic. Just even kind of trying to fit within that wheelhouse and shining the way he did. It's incredible.
The Shotaro thing is interesting because this is very much, and I'm not trying to compare. I'm only comparing because this is what I know of. It's the opposite Suge and RM approach, where it's like you literally just thought you were being, well, not him. You were being brought in because of one thing. We can teach you other things, but you're being brought in because of one thing. You're an elite dancer, and you were brought in for that. And I think they taught him how to rap. So you can hear it, and his voice is good, but I do want to hear, does it progress? Because I think he can do this shit in his sleep. I want to know, are you going to kind of work hard and get your pen up and, you know, kind of be a at least good rapper? Because we know, and SM look like models, like high-end dancers and everything, but when it comes to, it's normally the opposite. Let me put it like that. It's normally you're either a vocal talent or a crazy rapper, and then they teach you to be an elite dancer. This seems opposite of anything I've seen them do, so I kind of want to see how it's going to work out. That's my spill. Anybody say anything over there?
Good job.
I'm good. I love it. I was mesmerized. I want to see more.
Jump in the comments. Tell us how y'all feel about this. Let us know if y'all do want that longer content. If we do, we'll try to make it something where somehow we get that in. An hour sale crazy.
Won't be tonight.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Let us know in the comments. It'll be a nice present for next year. Because I want to watch it too. And I want to watch it with you.
You missed Christmas.
He missed Christmas. Watch it. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Go holler at y'all and Citizens Peak.